No one expected Ty Borden to walk back into Amy's life, not after everything that happened, not after the heartbreak, the healing, and the silence, but now. Season 19 of Heartland begins with a moment that changes everything, a return that feels almost impossible. Is it real, or just a memory playing tricks? And if it is real, what does it mean for Amy, for Lindy, and for the life they will slowly rebuild without him? Heartland Season 19 opens in a way that leaves viewers breathless, not because of a grand twist or dramatic rescue, but because of something far more powerful, emotion. Ty's presence is suddenly felt again in the Heartland universe, and it hits like a quiet storm. For Amy, this isn't just a reunion. It is the unraveling of everything she thought she had accepted. Ty, the man she loved, mourned, and slowly learned to live without, now seems to be back physically or emotionally. That is still unclear, but his reappearance sends shockwaves through her life, reigniting questions that had long been buried. Was she wrong to move on? Is this some kind of cruel dream? Or is this fate offering her a second chance? The new season doesn't rush to give answers. Instead, it lingers on the tension, the confusion, the vulnerability that Amy tries to hide even from herself. She is a mother now, stronger than ever, yet this moment tests her deepest wounds. Her bond with Lindy has grown stronger with every passing season, but the idea of Ty returning doesn't just affect her, it could change Lindy's world too, and that thought terrifies Amy more than anything. She is no longer the girl trying to save broken horses. She is the woman learning to protect her daughter's heart. Meanwhile, the people around Amy begin to sense that something has shifted. Jack notices a change in her mood, more silence, more reflection, as if she is carrying a secret too heavy to share. Lou, caught up in her own political and personal balancing act, tries to reach out, but Amy pulls away, unsure of what is real and what is hope. Even Nathan, who had started building something fragile yet meaningful with Amy, finds himself pushed to the sidelines, not because Amy no longer cares, but because she doesn't know how to explain the pull she feels, the echo of a past that never fully let go. And while Amy struggles internally, Ty's presence, whether real or imagined, starts to leave traces. Familiar smells, a sound in the barn, a glance that feels too knowing. These small moments carry big weight. The series doesn't treat his return as a simple twist, but as a deep emotional earthquake, quietly shaking the foundation of what Amy thought was her new normal. At the same time, Lindy becomes a silent observer in all of this. Her instincts are sharp, much like her mother's, and she begins asking questions Amy isn't ready to answer, questions about dreams, memories, and stories Amy used to tell her about her father. For the first time, Lindy isn't just curious, she is searching for something, and Amy realizes that whatever happens next isn't just about her healing anymore. It is about protecting Lindy from false hope, while also not denying her the truth, whatever that truth may turn out to be. As the first episode unfolds, the tension isn't built through loud drama but through quiet moments that linger, a hesitation in Amy's voice, a long pause before answering Jack's question, a look exchanged between her and Nathan that says more than words ever could, and through it all, one question keeps echoing: if Ty truly is back, what does Amy want now? Because healing is never a straight line, love doesn't come with clear answers. And in Heartland, the biggest moments are often the softest ones, when someone dares to feel again, despite the pain. As Amy continues to wrestle with the sudden shift in her world, Heartland Season 19 deepens the emotional stakes. Ty's presence so real, so vivid, doesn't go away, whether it is in the way the wind moves through the barn, the sound of footsteps on the gravel, or the gentle nudge of a horse that seems to respond to something unseen. Amy begins to question her own sense of reality. Is she imagining all this because she misses him so deeply? Or is there something bigger happening, something unexplainable yet undeniable? This haunting feeling follows her everywhere. Even her dreams begin to shift. Where there used to be silence, now there are memories, conversations with Ty that never happened but feel authentic. Moments where he is holding Lindy's hand, guiding her through the ranch like he never left. These dreams blur the lines between the past and the present, making Amy wonder, is this her heart's way of healing, or a message she is yet to understand? Lindy, too, becomes increasingly aware of this change. One night, she asks Amy a simple question: is Daddy coming home? And it cuts deeper than anything Amy has heard in a long time. How do you explain to a child that grief sometimes shows up in strange forms, that love doesn't always end, even when someone is gone. Amy realizes that what she is going through isn't just personal, it is spiritual, emotional, and deeply connected to her daughter's journey as well. Meanwhile, the ranch is undergoing its own quiet transformation. Jack and Tim begin to talk about legacy, about the next chapter for Heartland, as if they can sense something is shifting. Lou, though busy with her mayoral duties, checks in more frequently, noticing Amy as quiet distraction, and Nathan, though confused and hurt, continues to show up not to fight for Amy's attention, but because he genuinely cares for Lindy and respects Amy's process. This quiet support becomes crucial, even if Amy can't fully accept it yet. Then there is the question no one dares ask aloud: what if Ty's return is real? Not in the literal sense of him walking back through the front door, but in the emotional sense. What if Amy is being called to reconnect with the part of her that never stopped loving him? Maybe season 19 isn't about forgetting the past or erasing pain, but about learning how to live with it, without letting it define you. Maybe Ty's presence is a reminder that the love they shared was too powerful to ever truly disappear. The writers of Heartland take their time with this emotional unraveling. They don't give easy answers, instead, they offer space for questions, reflection, and growth. Amy is not the same woman she was when she lost Ty. She is older, wiser, more guarded, but she is also braver, and now, she faces a new choice. Will she let the past anchor her, or guide her forward? Towards the end of the episode, Amy takes a quiet ride along, just her and the open fields. The sun is setting, casting long shadows across the land. It is here, in the silence, that she feels it again, that presence, not in a dramatic way, but like a whisper in the wind, and for the first time, instead of resisting it, she lets herself feel it fully. She doesn't cry, she doesn't speak, she just breathes, because maybe, just maybe, this is the beginning of a new chapter. One that doesn't forget the past, but grows from it. Season 19 isn't promising a fairy tale ending, it is offering something more powerful, an emotional rebirth. Amy's journey is no longer just about survival, it is about rediscovery, and whether Ty is physically present or just part of her spirit now, his impact continues to shape everything, because in Heartland, love never really leaves, it just changes form.